I assumed that you had some kind of ESG background because you've really kind of gone heavily into that. So do you want to just kind of what has changed for you? Because oftentimes I think people have a perception of ESG, and then when they start to drill into it, that perception changes. So have you kind of what sort of stood out to you as the bigger opportunities, or what have you been maybe disenfranchised with
Yeah.
ESG? Because I know you've really gone sort of heavy into that space,
Yeah.
which I think is, but that's super valuable to lots of
Yeah.
companies now.
It's pretty much the lack of knowledge, literally. I heard the term, I delegated, if you may, like, okay, the accountants, the lawyer manage that, things, reporting, that's whatever, okay. And then actually in the same event in Dubai, I was ESG, searching, and then I found a report from PwC that was from last year, that 2 in 3 board of directors, something like that, the stats goes like that. They don't really know how to relate ESG with their own companies or their own strategies. They pretty much, oh yeah, we know that. Yeah, we have a subcommittee, or we have somebody that in charge, or we have a specialist, or we have an expert. But I thought, I said, but that's in my mind, I say that's not very, I wouldn't say responsible, but I would say that was not very keen from somebody that have a responsibility of governance not to know what is governance in an environment where all their main responsibility is governance.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that they are doing things wrong, but it's a way that I operate. I want to know exactly, well, not exactly, a small.
I think, yeah, just on that point, because I think that's really important, especially when people are talking to boards. And I've noticed this a lot over the years, is that oftentimes they're doing some stuff really well. They're just not articulating it in the way that the market is looking for. And that's where one of the things that I think you are positioning yourself brilliantly for. But generally, all of what we kind of teach at Veblen is oftentimes these small businesses are actually doing really, really cool stuff.
Yeah.
But it's just a case of framing it and using the language and putting it into terms that investors or the regulators or governments can understand. Now, that's a real pain in the ass for directors, because they're not used to the language. They're not used to the terminology. So it's almost even worse that you're doing it right and you're not getting the credit for it. So for you to be able to go and say, hey, look, you're doing an amazing job. Let me turn this into something tangible for the outside world.
Yes.
Makes you super, super valuable. So I think that's really, really cool what you're doing.
Thank you.